But I ended up losing that game. Still not entirely sure what the deck is, so my sideboarding, which I said earlier is an issue of mine, I have issues with it. Not entirely sure what I want to do in certain situations. So what I did is I said, sure, whatever. I think I just played it straight up. Maybe I brought in like an extra Pillar of Flame. Um, just because I was like, well, if he plays Mana Dorks, because he seemed like a very rampy deck. I mean, he's playing Ranger's Path. There's no reason to play that unless you're ramping hard, because it gets you from 4 to 6, and that's a big jump. So yeah. So then I say, okay, cool. Stromkirk Noble, Brimstone Volley. That's a perfectly acceptable hand. Oh, look, a Rakdos Cackler. And at this point, I'm feeling like he basically can't play anything that is going to make me regret keeping this hand or beating him down as much as I'm going to. Because I'm just going to be able to have 5 power here, and I'm going to swing, and it's going to become 7 power. He's going to be like hurting pretty badly. I have a Brimstone Volley. If I get him down to 5, I can just wait till I find a way of killing something and then burn him out. And I'm feeling pretty good. He wastes a turn on a Farseek, and I'm feeling pumped about that. Second Brimstone Volley, yes, thank you very much. And I'm feeling like top of the world here. I mean, when you look at this, how do you lose? 7 power, 14 life, 2 burn spells. He's taking damage. And then he wraths, which I respond to with the Brimstone Volley because, hey, if I draw Pillar of Flame next turn and or find a way of having something die, I'm good. Probably should remember Supreme Verdict's a thing that he can do on turn 3, but I wasn't going to pass up the chance to get in as much damage as I did. At this point, basically, short of playing a Thragtusk, I'm feeling really, really good right now. Yeah, he did it. That thing that I said he shouldn't do because I'd feel really bad, he did. But it's okay, because I can still attack with the Pyreheart Wolf and the Zealot. I can get him down to 7, and then the next turn I can swing in, get him down again, and if I have if I draw something else, I can burn him out, and I'll be feeling really good, because if I just, he doesn't play another Thragtusk here, I'm just in Ace's shape. I mean, he didn't even hit a land drop. Faith Mender. Naturally. Which is also one of those cards, like the bane of my existence. At this point, I just swing in, expecting him to double block the Ash Zealot just to get it out of the way. He goes after the Pyreheart Wolf, though, which I'm sure is a completely acceptable thing to do. And at that point, I'm like, well, maybe it's like a triggered ability, so like it puts the life gain on the stack, and it doesn't. It doesn't. But it'd be so cool if lifelink went on the stack, because then I could have just been like, oh, you killed my guy. Hey, let me burn you out here. But no, I get him down to 7. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, well, if he has a Sphinx's Revelation, like, I have 2 choices, because I have Brimstone Volley on 5 damage this turn. I can volley this away, and don't have to worry about him getting twice as much life. I can volley there, and just pray this turns into a Pillar of Flame. Or I can hold this for another time. Maybe next turn I attack with everything again, and I'll have like a Pillar Flame or something with me, and I can stack things the right way, where I just like swing in and he gains 2 life, and I Pillar Flame and then Brimstone Volley. But I decide probably wrongly, because at this point he has 5 mana, 3 cards in hand. If he has another Thragtusk and he plays it, I'm dead. If he has another land, a Sphinx's Revelation for 3, I'm probably still not getting there, because he still has a Thragtusk on the board. Only thing that getting rid of the Faith Mender does is says you have to play a creature next turn, or I hit you down to half of your life and get him down to 3. So then I'm kind of relying on ripping another burn spell, which I'm kind of relying on doing anyways here. I don't really know what's the right play here. Tell me in the comments. Text me if you know who I am. Do cool things. But yeah, what I decided to do is kill this. Because I figure if I kill it and he plays something to gain life. But again, I'm thinking to myself now, in retrospect, if you play something to gain life, I'm just dead anyways, right? Like, I'm not coming back from 12 life or, 10 life or whatever he's at if he plays something here. Um, I'm probably just kind of sitting there saying, well, whoop-de-doo. Uh, but he has to have it, and he does. He has another Thragtusk, which would have been 10 life otherwise. Now it's only 12. And he has absolutely no reason to fear me. If I did the other play, which was hold on to the Brimstone Volley, he has the Faith Vendor out. Here he gains 10. So instead of being at 12, he's at 17. Seeing here plus Brimstone Volley allows me to kill both of his things, knock him out of 3/3s. They still double block and kill whatever. Unless I go like land, Brimstone Volley, Searing Spear, get in for 4. Then I completely wipe out a Thragtusk for 2 of my cards. And I get him down to uh, 4 damage. So it would get him down to 13. He only has a Thragtusk. Maybe that was the better route of play. He still wouldn't be able to race me with the 1, so I'd make him have, something. But it doesn't work. There's another land on the board. Because, as I said before, Thragtusk are really, really good against this deck. Really, really good. And if you want to count every beast, really, 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 really good. And he just takes me to half my life because he's like, I killed your wolf. You have nothing. I do not fear you. At this point, I'm kind of like survival mode. I kind of just need to start getting this power off the battlefield so I don't die. But then he does that, and I die. I mean, I burn him out for a turn when one of them attacks, block with the other, but he still has 13 power on the battlefield, and I'm at 5. Didn't work out for me. Ways to play better against this deck? Ugh. I mean, I really don't know if they're really... I guess be more aggressive, bring in more things that just do huge amounts of damage. Maybe threatens, because it is trying to ramp into things like Thragtusks and Angel Serenities, where 5 damage for 3 mana, you don't have to activate a Brimstone Volley. Is basically what it is, or rather a Brimstone Volley. And if you can seal it and you have a Pyre Wolf out and he has 2 things, it gets better. Or maybe if he has to block it or else he dies, then you get the token and you kill a thing, and it's kind of like a 1.5 or a 1.5. It's I don't know how that works, but yeah, this deck is just really hard to beat if you don't just open the nuts and just go dude, Hellrider, Thundermaw Hellkite. And if he brings in like this, or if he Terminuses, the Tension Sphere is something that you really need at a point in time. Drops, 3 Thragtusk and a Faith Mender. I mean, things just happen that are really good. I mean, Supreme Verdict after a Farseek. But that's just the way the cards work sometimes. And I think that's why this deck has issues being like a consistent it's in the top 8 card type thing because it's just it, it it runs into certain issues with certain types of things that are really popular right now. And the way it says I don't worry about those things is by saying I'm hitting so fast. There is no way that they're going to be able to get a 5-drop out. There's no way they're going to be able to get a 7-drop out. Their Serene Verdict will do good things, but I have Thunderbolt Hellkite to recover. This, that, the other thing. Um, and we have like Archwing Dragons to avoid Terminuses and Supreme Verdicts and Detention Spheres and the Sorcery base speed, or the Sorcery base removal, which typically has. But if you don't draw them, they don't get you there. And if they don't get you there, then you're 1-3 going into the 5th round, needing to win out and have your tiebreakers hold up. Which, as I said at the beginning of this, tiebreakers are really, really good. So maybe I was just gonna get there. Maybe. Hopefully. We'll see.